what's up, guys? Peace and blessings. Welcome to my life real talk with your girl, Lady D. Hold on one second, and I will be right back. Let me go ahead and load this down right quick. Sorry about that. I had another device that was going on. I went to see if I was going to go ahead and freeze because I always be having problems when I come live, which I'm gonna go ahead and get that fixed, but it takes a little time, okay? But yeah, guys, I know I had came on. Well, I didn't come on, but I had supposed to come on around about 2 o'clock today, but I had so much stuff that I was doing. My niece, she had graduated from medical school, and we need that in the house, because I want to be another Scots, where we keep everything in the house, if you know exactly what I mean, especially when you can go ahead, in the medical field, it never runs out. That business will never retire or go out of business because people get sick, okay? And these days, they have so much stuff where now you can go ahead and keep your loved ones in the family. But yeah, to say that, I know also was supposed to come on at 6 o'clock, which I might just do a review. I don't know tonight of Love and Marriage in Huntsville. I think this is part three. I might do it, or I might just come on after. I'm gonna go ahead and see how everything is, because you know how these people is, especially when it comes to Love and Marriage in Huntsville, how we get so serious about stuff like this, not knowing that all this right here is only a reality show. And people look at it like they know these people life. And I tell you guys all the time, these people only shows us just like a snippet of their life. This right here, these people are getting paid. But I saw something that was very, very disturbing where I want to go ahead and talk about. I saw some bloggers and a lot of people that was coming, and they were saying that, let me see if I can go ahead and put this up right quick. Yeah, I'll make the screen a little smaller. Yeah, this is not the picture I wanted, but it is what it is. But yeah, I saw where some bloggers, they was talking about where the Scots are the cause of Love and Marriage in Huntsville ratings going down. Really? Come on, guys, make it make sense. Now, how could you blame the Scots, the cause of the ratings going down, when we know from the very first season all the way up till now, they even opened up with the Holts fighting with each other, which I already had told you guys. I say no one wants to see another season of the Holts fighting back and forth, because it's tiresome. It's worn out. It's like beating a dead horse. Who wants to constantly see these people going at each other when they've been divorced almost 3 or 4 years? Come on, guys, make it make sense. And so, how can you say that the Scots are the ones that's making the ratings go down when all they was doing is showing episodes after episodes of the Holts fighting with each other? Now I was going to come on and make a video. I was going to make a video instead of coming on live, but I said, no, I'm going to come on live. Maybe I might drop the video. I did upload it, but I never went ahead and released it because I'm trying to figure out, what are these people watching? What show are these people watching? I understand that everyone have their favorite, but guys, it's like we all are watching two different shows. And the only reason why the ratings are going down, and I'm going to say allegedly, because like I say, all this right here is entertainment purpose only. I look at it as entertainment. But all this stuff that is happening is because of the Holts, how they keep beating this dead horse, how they keep using this storyline of these two can't get along with each other. And now that you see that the Scots are coming together and trying to bring this show back to its original state, then you guys have a problem. Come on, guys, make it make sense. These people are trying to put this business back on track. You know how it started, of all entrepreneurs in Huntsville coming together, trying to build up their community. That's the way that it started. And now y'all got something to say about this. It doesn't make sense. And I was going through episodes after episodes trying to find, what did Tisha do? What did Tisha do? Tisha, as I was watching all these old throwback videos, which I did had made a video of it, but I went ahead, I haven't uploaded. Tisha was carrying herself as a woman of excellence. She was not going below the belt, hitting below the belt, trying to tear down people, relationships, their marriage, and, throwing rocks and hiding her hands. She wasn't doing that. All this stuff came out because of Melody went ahead and put out her business. And just because she put out her business on social media, she felt the need to that Tisha and the Scotts should go down the rabbit hole with her. And they all was sitting at a table. One video that I had saw where Mel had jumped up telling Tisha about her husband is cheating. And Letitia was asking Mel, where did you get that from? And guess what Mel said? Mel said she got it off of YouTube. Now, if Tisha's supposed to be your friend, why would you bring some mess to the table around friends and family and try to tear down somebody else's relationship just because you got your information off of YouTube? Now you see why people is not checking for this. Now you see why celebrities and bloggers with huge platforms not really even talking about stuff like this, because they don't have their story right. They need to go ahead and stop rushing to get on TV and come up with a better storyline than what they are right now. Because like I said there, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. And you guys telling Mel, I was reading a comment, Mel need to go ahead and leave the show and she need to bow out gratefully. Come on, guys. All the while you were saying that Mel was the show. This is Mel's show. Now, all of a sudden, now that the ratings are going down, you all want Mel to go ahead and bow out gratefully. This is comical. This right here is comical, guys. It doesn't make sense at all. Now, okay, it's because of the Scotts. It's the reason why the ratings don't went down. Tell me, what did the Scotts do? Did the Scotts air out their business? Did the Scotts sit there and put all this stuff on social media? The Scotts didn't do none of that. They did not do none of that. But yet, you guys trying to say that they are the cause that the ratings are going down. And that's just like with this episode supposed to come on tonight, how they all was in some kind of little spa. And I think it was, I can't think of what her name is, the one that just had the baby, where they was talking to Mel, and Mel pretend that she was in some kind of meditation zone, because she don't realize that half of the stuff that is happening is because she brought it to the table. When it came to Kiki, I saw an episode that they just dropped this morning about Kiki and Letitia. They got together and they was talking it out. It's going to end up backfiring on Mel because, like I said, blood is thicker than water. And these two was able to hash out their differences, talk about what had happened. Kiki thought that, when she was going through the drug addiction, that she wanted Letitia to be there, but Letitia was saying she just had a baby. She had a C-section. And her cousin came in and stole her medication. And I would be upset too, because I don't know, guys, if you ever had a C-section, because I know I did. It hurts. You need your meds. And just to see one of your family members come in and take your meds. I would have called her out as well. And Tisha said that she went and she took her cousin to rehab so she can get off of these addiction of medication. So like I said, they was able to work out their differences. But the thing about it is that Kiki, when she came through Mel because she couldn't come on with her cousin Tisha. And it's going, just like I said just now, it's going to end up backfiring on Mel because Mel only brought in Kiki just to go ahead and tear down her cousin. But you can see that those people, when it comes to Kiki family, they are very close knitted family. So I don't think that they're going to go ahead and turn on their family. If anything, they're going to go ahead and turn on Mel. So like I said there and say, it's the reason why people is really not checking for this stuff right here, because there's a lot of stuff, guys, that doesn't make sense at all. And I was watching not too long ago, I saw one of Miss Wanda's video where she's going back and forth, arguing with these people saying that this is not Letitia's business. Who cares who business is not? Whether it's her husband or hers, is still in the same household. So it doesn't matter at all. But Tisha is handling herself gratefully. And if I was Tisha, no way in the world that I would put those type of people in my business. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. That was my husband. But yeah, like I sit there and say, it just don't make no sense. And for you guys to sit there and try to blame the Scots for the downfall of love and marriage in Huntsville, when you guys said out your own mouth that this was Mel's show. So you can't have it both ways. This is not no Burger King. And what I was trying to say before I had the phone call is that now Tisha and her husband, as you can see right here by this picture right here, you see now that they are trying to put this show back on, their original foundation, which to build up their community, which I would never, ever try to get them back on board when you know that these people was coming after your marriage. These people was trying to tear down your relationship. So why are you trying to get them back on board? I understand that you guys trying to make it work, but like they say, if it don't fit, you just got to go ahead and let it go, because these people does not match. And the reason why they don't match, because it was too much stuff that had happened. No way in the world that I want to do business with anyone knowing that they was trying to sabotage my family just because theirs was messed up. Like they say, hurt people hurt people. So why would they want to go ahead and just open up that door? Because like I said, when you let them in once and you kick them out, then you let them back in, they're going to come back 7 times worse than they was before. So if you got them out, it does not make no sense for to let them go. If Mel does not want to film with the Scots, then Mel should leave. That's just how Nene Leakes did. When things didn't go right with Nene, what did Nene do? Nene walked out. I don't care if Mel was the one that had pitched this show to call us king. But if Mel does not want to get along with no one wants to film with her because her negative attitude, the way that she act, then Mel need to go ahead and leave. Didn't they say Mel, trying to get her own production company or whatever? She did some kind of little thing. It wasn't on a big major network, but I think it was on some kind of website. I don't know, something that she was trying to pitch. Why don't she focus on that? Why don't she focus on that? Because nobody wants to see another Mel and Martell drama. Now I see where they supposed to show tonight. I don't know if they're supposed to show tonight where Mel and Martell is arguing with each other. Mel was talking to Martell like he was some boy, belittling this grown man. Nobody wants to see that, guys. Nobody wants to see all this stuff because all that right there is nothing but stereotyping the black man. That's all it is. We don't want to see that. We want to see people, coming together, trying to, do business, do positive things that's going to, make their platform more better. But the ratings are not going down because of these people trying to build. No, the ratings are going down because these people are tearing down. Nobody wants to watch that stuff. Not at all. And it's just like when Kiki and Tisha was having a conversation. People was coming in and trying to make it about Mel. No, it was not about Mel. It was two cousins coming together trying to sit there and see where they both was going wrong. That conversation was about. That conversation had nothing to do with Mel. But no way in the world that I would pitch, an episode of trying to get something that's broken and try to fix it back. Too much damage. Too much stuff had happened. Because anybody that comes and try to attack my marriage, trying to destroy my family, I have nothing to do with that. So I just hope that whatever is going on, that's just how the Super Tease was, but it's not going to go ahead and work. Because you can see right there, these people have nothing, to come on board to help out, this business to grow. These people is all about mess, and they all about tearing down. That's just how I see it. So we're gonna go ahead and see how this episode going to be tonight. I think this right here is this is going to be episode 3. I might go ahead and do a review and I might not, because like I sit there and say, you guys don't like hearing the truth, long as people is sugarcoating and telling you guys what you want to hear. Oh yes, you're going to sit there and you're going to support stuff like that. But when people start telling you the truth, oh guys, you wants to sit there and leave, unfollow, whatever. But like I sit there and say, it is what it is. I'm not going to come on board and sit there and tell you something just to go ahead and stroke your ego. It is what it is. And I watch the show just like you guys. And I'm trying to figure out, are we watching the same show? Because what you guys are saying, it's like something that, I don't see. And I even went back and I watched all the throwbacks. And all the stuff was because what Mel thought that she heard. All this stuff happened because of what was happening on social media, not on that show. And that's real talk. All this stuff is because of how the fans and the bloggers are the ones that steering this narrative. They are pretty much just writing the storyline for these people. That's how I look. And it doesn't make no sense at all. And nobody wants to watch that. That's why you don't see big celebrities. You don't see them talking about these reality shows. You don't even see them want to even be a part of stuff like this. You don't want to see that because, like I said, they don't have it together. Their script is all jacked up. You telling, oh, we're gonna tell our reality. We're gonna tell our true story. But no, you can't get these lies together. And you all think that, oh, it's good entertainment when we see families break up, when we see they fighting at each other, throwing glasses and trying to belittle the black man. Oh, that's good entertainment. Come on, guys. That's just to show you what state of mind that you guys are in. That's all messed up. So let me go ahead and see if I can play some of the stuff that Tisha and Kiki was talking about, because like I said, I truly believe, that this season right here is going to be the Scots. I hope it be the Scots so they can sit there and drive this show back to its original state. You failed at the time that I needed you the most. So this right here is Kiki and Tisha, where they came together. We thought that it was going to go ahead and box and fight it out, but no, these people are two mature adults, family that's trying to figure out where it went wrong. And like I said, I understand the reason why Kiki feel the way that she feels. Kiki feel the way that she feels because most likely she went to Tisha and wanted to come on that show. And Tisha probably said no, which I do understand. I wouldn't want to be, I wouldn't want to do business with family either because I know the outcome. So when that didn't happen, most likely, and I'm going to say allegedly, that's how Kiki and Mel came together. But like I said, you cannot get something through the back door. And when you thinking that you trying to get someone to help tear down your opponent, it's going to end up backfire. Because when you dig a ditch for one person, you have to make sure that you dig a ditch for yourself, because what goes around comes around. And that's exactly what you see. I was so angry with you because I felt like, oh, you took my best friend from me because
I took your best friend?
That's how I felt.
Yeah. Who best friend I took?
You were my best friend.
How did I take me? You have to take ownership of the place you was at, then. You was not.
And that's what Kiki was, Letitia was saying. Kiki was saying that she felt like Letitia took her best friend, which was her. But first of all, Kiki have to realize that Tisha was pregnant. Tisha have a family. She have a husband. So she ain't got time to sit there and babysit a grown woman.
At a good place. I was trying to be there for you as much as I knew how. But then when it started mentally affecting me, I had to protect me.
I know that when you were pregnant, y'all told me about something.
We was in the front yard arguing when you was like, F you and that baby.
And look, and that was wrong. Tisha was saying that they all was in the front yard. And Kiki, just because she felt like she couldn't get the time that she needed from Letitia. And Letitia said she was trying to help her the best that she was can while she was pregnant. Or maybe, she had the baby, but Kiki had said, F that baby. So why would you want someone like that in your life? But the thing about it is that Tisha, she was the bigger person where she knew that her cousin needed help. So what she did was she volunteered to help her cousin to go and get the help that she need. So like I said, all this right here was just a misunderstanding. That's all that really was. And that's why it's going to backfire on Mel. Because like I said, nothing good is going to come out when you're trying to tear down and come between family.
You was like, you don't remember, but I remember it. Yeah. And that's why at that time I was like, she really needs some help. Yeah. And that's why I took you to rehab. And you were so violent. And you were so unhappy. I had to get away from it. You wasn't.
And that's what Tisha was saying. Tisha was saying that being that her cousin, she was dependent on medication, she had an addiction, that she was violent. She was very unhappy. And why would she get herself involved in all that stuff when she just had a baby?
And I was hurt too. Like, you was coming to my house every single day. Like, you're there and you want to see me the baby, but you was like taking all of my papers. I had just had a C-section. I couldn't trust you. Yeah. We took a trip together because I was like, I wanted you to be better, but you wasn't getting better. So it was nothing more I felt like I could do. I was like, I don't want a relationship with that person.
And this right here is what I call two mature adults, where they can go ahead and they can sit down and they can go ahead and iron out their differences. So, like I said, guys, I don't understand why, would people wants to make something big out of nothing. I don't understand why they would do something like that. And like I said, I wants to see them all succeed. I wants to see them all prosper. But if they have to do it without all that negativity and people that, feel like, they don't want to be a part of that show, then I feel that, they going to have to let Mel go. If Mel does not want to be a part of that show, they're going to have to let her go. It's just like with Martell. When Martell felt that, now that he and Melanie is no longer together, that they are divorced, most likely they was going to go ahead and give him the axe. He already had went out and had another door open for him, Real Housewives of Atlanta. He had a door waiting for him. And we already know when it's Real Housewives of Atlanta, that's a very huge platform. So, I think that he would have fared out better on Real Housewives of Atlanta than on here fighting back and forth with Mel. I see my girl is in the house. Yes, country girl Queenie. How are you doing? She say happy Saturday, Lady D. How are you doing, Miss Queenie? Yes, indeed, guys. But like I said, when it comes to these reality shows right here, we just have to know how to eat the meat and chew out the bones. So how is your day to day, Queenie? So, guys, if you're just coming in, welcome, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and unbiased. And I'm definitely not going to tell you guys to subscribe. You do exactly how your heart feels because, like I say, some of these people in here, the truth hurts. They don't want to hear the truth. They rather go ahead and hear a lie. But in here, like I say, I don't know these people from a can of paint. It is what it is. At the end of the day, it's just a reality show. That's exactly how I look at it. So yes, guys, this is it. I just want to see, what's going on. Why is these people look like, we watching two shows. It's only one show. But like I say, when it comes to drama, drama sells. Uh Queenie says, I'm good, dear. Off today. How about you? Yes, I'm very good. Last night I went to my niece's graduation. She had graduated out of medical school. So pretty much today I'm chilling. Yep, it's very beautiful outside. Very, very beautiful. Yep. So just came on because I had said I was gonna come on around about 2 o'clock to talk about all this stuff right here. But I had some stuff to do. So I say, well, let me come on now and go ahead and talk about it because this is where our people at. Sad to say, but this right here is where our people at, right here, on these reality shows. But I just try to see if I can go ahead and take this foolish stuff and confound the wise. Yeah, thank you very much, Queenie. She said, congratulations. Yep, we need our people in the medical field because that's one business right there will never go out of business. Never. That's a good investment right there. That's a long-term business when you get into the medical field. Yep. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much what I had to talk about. I don't know if I'm gonna go ahead and do a review tonight. If I do, most likely I probably come on a little later. I see Logical Speakers in the house. She said, "Afternoon, Lady D." She also speaking to Country Girl. How are you guys doing? Hope you all are enjoying your day. Had a beautiful day out there. Yep. But guys, what do you think about it? Why do you think that anything that happens when it comes on this show of Love and Marriage in Huntsville, why they blame the Scots for everything? Why they blame the Scots for everything? I've been watching all the throwbacks, trying to see if I can give an honest review, seeing what the Scots have done. But most of this stuff, it's because of what the Holts had put out. Like I said, when you air it out, you know, people gonna go ahead and pick it apart. Logical Speak says, I'm great to be with you, lady. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Like I said there and said, if it's two or three together, God is in the midst, because like I said, some people just don't want to hear the truth. They rather get their ears tickled. But in here, like I said, I'm going to stand on my truth, and that's real talk. But yeah, I was trying to find out, what did Letitia do? Tisha is a person that, she tried to get along with everybody. And if someone does not want to get along with me, they shut their phone down, or, they trying to ruin me. Who wants to be a part of that? I know I wouldn't want to be a part of that. And all the stuff that had happened, mainly because of what the Holts did, and not too much of Martell, because Martell, like I said, he did what he did, is can't keep beating a dead horse. It's over with. So, it's nothing else that you can do about it, but just move on. You just can't just be a bitter Betty and allow all this stuff to just take the best of you. So I don't know, guys, but this is where our people at, guys. So let me know how you guys feel about all this stuff right here when it comes to the ratings, because I think that, and this is my opinion, and we all have opinion at the end of the day. I think the reason why the ratings went down is because people got sick and tired of the Holts fighting, with each other. It's just like beating an old dead horse. That's exactly how I look at it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, how it's like they make up stuff. I mean, the stuff that they making up, I be checking. Let me see if I can find that on the show. But all the stuff that they are talking about, they talking about what happened on social media, what happened on Instagram. They're not talking about what had happened on that show. You don't see they even touching the part where Mel was trying to get Tisha's first cousin and women on the show to talk about Tisha and her husband. Why is Mel is so invested in those two relationships? But just think about it. Just think about it. If Tisha was weak as they say she is, what if she would have gave in on Mel her sources? What if Tisha would have gave in and listened to Mel got her sources off of YouTube, and she would have left her husband? So that's what you guys are calling Mel weak. I'm not Mel, Tisha's weak, just because she didn't leave her husband because of what they was putting out on YouTube. Now you're wondering why the ratings are going down. Because it doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense at all, because like I said, most of all the stuff that happened on this show is because of what they put out themselves. So just because the other cast members, they talk about it, then you want to chew them up. But you already was the one that went ahead and put it out. Logical says, I think so. I think so too. For me, I got too toxic. It got too toxic every season. The same old mess. Tisha was smart to not play Melanie any attention. Absolutely, absolutely. And like I said, guys, I'm team right. I'm trying to call it as I said. And I went back to all the throwbacks, watched from the very beginning, all the stuff that had transpired. And most of all the stuff that had happened because of Mel threw a rock and she hit her hands. No one would never know about what's going on in your household unless you bring it out. And Mel brought all the information out. And for her to sit there and try to, not like Tisha, I was saying, why is Mel want to tear down Tisha's relationship? Did Tisha poked in her relationship, wanted to sabotage her relationship, and that's why Mel is so angry? So I had to go back and I had to review all those videos to see where it all started. I had to see where it all started. And what Marcel do, that does not mean that Tisha did it. When Marcel did what he did and said the things that he said, that was between Marcel and Martell. Tisha had she Tisha that Tisha she was not a part of that. She was not a part of that at all. So Mel went ahead and she dragged Tisha into all that mess, into all that conversation, and wanted to tell Tisha that her husband is cheating on her, that she needs to get up out of her bed, leave her children, or drag her children in the car like Melanie did, and go and spy and see where her husband at in some bar room cheating over her. Mel told that to Tisha. Mel had told all that to Tisha. Now tell me if that was right. I don't see nobody talking about stuff like that. Why would Melody even tell Tisha to get out of her bed and go and spy on her husband and see that her husband is cheating just because she did the same thing when she dragged one of her daughters out of the house to go and spy on Martell with his side chick? But the thing about it is that Mel, when her marriage went down, she wanted somebody else to feel the same pain that she felt. And that's the reason why she invoked herself into Marcel and Tisha's relationship. But you know, guys, that is very low when you try to hire somebody to come on that show to say that they messing with this person, but yet you want to be a part of this person's business. That snake would never get that close to me again. And that's real talk. Logical Speech say Melody was determined to ruin everyone's marriage. She did not want to be the only woman divorced. Tisha would never allow Melody to ruin her marriage. Absolutely. And Country Girls say, wow, that's crazy. Yes, that is crazy. That is absolutely crazy, because why would you want to hurt someone, make someone feel the way that you felt your children is going through, and you want somebody else's family that you call a friend to go through the same thing that you went through? Make it make sense, guys. And like I said there and say, this is real talk. I don't know no other way to come to you guys, but come to you guys with the truth. And that's why I say, if they are trying to build back Love and Marriage in Huntsville, build back the business that they started with, believe it or not, it would not be with the Holts. Maybe Martell, but it would not be with Melody. It would never be with Melody. Melody could never put two toes in my business. She couldn't even put her foot in my business. Because like I say, once a snake, gonna always be a snake. Would you let a snake back in your business? All they're going to do is come back worse than what they was before to tear it down. So like they say, fool me once, but you're not going to fool me twice. So I don't understand, because I heard what Kimmy was saying on one of the trailers, that what the Scotts are trying to do, Tisha and Marcel is trying to do, is trying to build back the comeback group. But whatever dead, I'm with Kimmy. Let it stay buried. Let it stay exactly where it's at. I wouldn't even try to breathe no new life and stuff like that. Let it, those dead bones stay exactly where it's at, and that's in the grave, and that's real talk. Logical says Melanie is a very bitter and evil person. Tisha and Kimmy laughed at her, but Melanie put her business out in the open. Mel is mean and nasty. Yes, I made a video, guys. I made a video, and like I told you all, I was watching, some of the videos, and I watch people facial expression and the way they act, and you can see those spirits all on Melody, because jealousy is cruel. What it was is Melanie is the type of person, and like I say, nobody is not beating up on Melanie. We just calling it as it is. You put it out, you are free game. But Melanie is the type of person that she wants to be the center of everything. Maybe it was a childhood trauma because she was the only child and she had all the attention, but people is not going to give you the same attention as what your mama gave you, girl. These outside people don't care about you. You think these outsiders gonna sit there and cater to you? They want just as much as you want. So why are they gonna cater to you? And if Mel does not get that attention, then she's going to do something that she going to tear down everything. She's going to tear down the entire house because she wants that attention. And that's what where they are today, because Mel did not get her way. Mel pitched this show. Yes, Mel did pitch this show, but like I told you guys, Mel pitched this show off of a lie. And when you pitch something off of a lie, then you're going to have to tell one lie and cover up another lie and tell another lie. It's just going to keep just being a whole bunch of lies until someone say enough is enough. And that's where we are today with season 6. And that's why the ratings are going down, because people are sick and tired of the old things that these people are doing, the same things. It's like I say, it's like bringing an old dirty dish rag. People are sick and tired of that, because you got to tell one lie to cover up another lie. So now the Scots are trying to take initiative of putting this show back to its original state. But the thing about it is that they're trying to pull in old bones. They're trying to pull in dead bones when the Most High God already had buried those bones. So let them bones stay exactly where it's at, because once you breathe new life in those old bones, they're going to come back worse than what they already is. And that's real talk. Because like I said, when it comes to jealousy, jealousy is rooted in the grave. And I made a video and I saw the expression on Mel's face. Mel is the type of person that, she wants to be front and center to everything. And the reason why she got so many people on her side is because, like I said, the world love its own. The world love drama. They don't want to see anything positive. Do you think people that's trying to come up and build businesses and invest in things, do you see these people watching this type of stuff? And if they are watching it, they're going to side with the Scots. They're going to side with people that's trying to build, not people that's constantly trying to tear down. And that's why I tell you guys, when you come on my channel, you all know that when it comes to these reality shows, don't ask me to do a review on these reality shows unless you want to hear the truth, my truth. Because I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to call it exactly like it is. Because like I said, I don't know these people. And I don't sit in front of the television all day and watch all this stuff. But when I look at it, I look at it in how to see straight through all this BS, because that's exactly what it is. All this right here is BS. So the only way that these people gonna be able to build back this show, what they have to do is they're gonna have to send the ones that don't want to sit there and do business, they're gonna have to kick them out. Because why would you let all that dead weight just stay in your business? Would you have a business and have people a part of it that don't want to work, wants to just come in and tear down? That's energy draining. I don't know about you guys, but that would drain my energy. I wouldn't even want that a part of it. And if Tisha and Marshall think that they're going to get Melody on board and work with them, I they for a rude awakening. Because if anything, Mel is going to come back 7 times worse than what she was before. And that's real talk. So, guys, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to go ahead and talk about, when it came to people accusing the Scots of making the show go down. That is not true. That is not true at all. Because if you really look at the big picture, most of the time, producers will give the Holts more camera time than they would give anybody. And sometimes I'll be figuring out, what these people are seeing or who paying these people under the table, because they was trying to spin it with the Holts, but people is sick and tired of that. They got enough of it. They got enough of it. Like I say, I hope there is a spinoff for the Scots. I hope so too. I hope that there's a spinoff for the Scots and give her this show. Can Melanie hold down the show on her own? I do not think so. Do you guys really think that Mel can hold up a show of her own? What will she talk about? If Martell leave and the Scots leave, what could she talk about? Tell me, what could she talk about? Do you guys want to hear Melody sing? I don't think so either. See, there's a lot of stuff that you guys don't really talk about that needs to talk about. Like I say, Melanie is a very bitter and evil person. Tisha and Kimmy laughed at her, but Melanie put her business out in the open. Mel is mean and nasty. Yes, she is. And I don't think that Mel would even talk about herself, because if Mel talk about herself, then she gonna have to open up all this stuff, all these skeletons that she was trying to hide in the closet. Because just like Destiny said, if she leave Martell, then she gonna have to sit there and leave Melanie, because they both was doing the same thing. They both was doing the same thing. It's just that when a man step out, you guys want to take your foot and put it on that person's neck. But when a woman sit there and step out, you guys don't want to know what happened, why, or nothing. But tell me right now, what woman that when she leave her husband, she gonna leave her kids there as well? If you was living in a very toxic relationship, as Mel said she was when she was in that home, then why would she want her babies to be in that type of environment? I'm gonna wait on that one right there. I'm gonna wait on that right there. Why would she only pack her bags and leave out and get herself an apartment? Why would Mel, when she did leave out the house, and Martell and Mel divorced, why she didn't contact her kids? According to what Martell put out, she went 7 days without calling and checking on her kids because she felt that Martell was going to get her phone number. Why didn't Mel call somebody that was close to Martell and tell them to put the kids on the phone where she can talk to her kids? But yet she would rather go 7 days without hearing her kids or hearing from her kids. Come on, guys. Am I the only one that's seen all this stuff? See, you guys don't talk about stuff like this because you guys wants to play the blame game, because y'all looking at Mel as the victim. Like I said, what Mel went through, she's not the first and she's not going to be the last. So just because she felt like she cannot pick herself up, then she's going to have to tear everything that's around her. But yet she's saying that she does not want to be around toxic people. She need her peace. She need her space. But every time when she come from out of that peaceful place where she says she be, she come back with the same BS. Oh my God, really? Really? It doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense at all. So I just hope that, like I said, with this season right here, you know, Mel need to just go ahead and just fly to that peaceful zone wherever she says she wants to go ahead and fly, because I'm pretty sure that she needs it. Uh, Logical says Melanie likes being free. She did not want full custody. She thought Martell would continue to fight and then settle for 50-50 again. No, he walked. Melanie made the whole show toxic. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And this is not to beat up Mel, but she did it. It's in the open. It's right there. You can't say that you want your kids, but go 7 days without even talking to your kids, or you want your kids in the best environment, but yet you can't stay home 1 second without going somewhere and having over 20 something babysitters. Hmm? I know you guys don't like this. I know you guys don't like this, but it's the truth. This right here is the truth, guys. Can't get no clearer than this. And I just hope, that Martell does not, run behind her, even get close to her, because we see how they're going to go ahead and edit those videos. Like Martell is stalking Melanie. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Martell running behind Melanie and Melanie is sitting there using the excuse, get away from me, boy, like he's a child. I don't want to see that. I want to see them two get on with their life. And I guess everybody else that's watching this, that's, got sense wants to see the same thing. But as you can see, Martell, at least he's taking initiative to sit there and try to see how they can co-parent. But like I said, some people, they just love drama. They don't want to work it out. They need an audience. And we know that when it comes to Mel wants an audience. We know that she wants an audience. That's why when she put stuff out, she need everybody around her. That's why when she went in Destiny's shop, she knew that it was going to have a lot of people there that day. She needed an audience. Just like uh Maurice, Kimmy's husband, had said, all the stuff that had happened, Mel, you could have avoided. All you had to do is call Miss Wanda, and you and Miss Wanda could have talked on the phone. But Mel needed an audience. When Mel wanted to talk about Tisha and her husband, Mel needed an audience where she needed everybody around the table to hear what she had to say. Because I don't think if it was one-on-one, it would have never worked out that way. It wouldn't have never worked out that way. But like I said, I see who is the common denominator. I see who is the mastermind behind all this stuff. And nobody's not going to continue, watching stuff like this. It's not Tisha. It's not Tisha at all. Tisha handled herself gracefully. But it's Melody. That's who it is. Oh, she's an attention seeker. Yes, she is an attention seeker. Definitely. Now that Martell has thrown in the towel and gave her full custody, she gonna be whining about it's not active in the kid's life. Yes, Martell should run now, period, but stay connected to his kids. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, because that's what she said she wanted. She wanted full custody of kids, but I want to know how she's going to be able to handle it. I'm glad that Martell went ahead and did that move. Yes, give her full custody. Give Melody full custody because we want to see how it's going to go ahead and play out. That was a good strategy move right there. That was a good move right there. Put your money where your mouth is. So we want to see, now that you have full custody, would you be a good mother in that home? Would you stay in that home and take care of your babies? Are you going to have the nanny? Because most likely, if they're going to have full custody, they have to have a nanny that they both going to go ahead and agree to. Is the nanny going to be the one that pretty much raising your kids? You know? Do you going to spend time with your kids? We're going to see how that's going to work out. That's a good strategy move. Yeah, that's a good strategy move. Show me what you're working with. Show your hands. So, like I said, now that nobody cannot fuss saying that, oh, Martell wanted full custody of the kids because he wanted child support. He wants Mel money. Now that Mel got, according to what it said, she got full custody now. So we're going to see how she's going to be a mother to her children, because like I say, these children are small, very small. So we're going to see how all that stuff going to work out. See if she's still going to be able to handle all the irons that she says she got in the fire. We're going to see how that's going to work. But like I said, it is what it is. Drama sells. So guys, I got about 8 more minutes, 5 more minutes, and after that, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. The show comes on at 7 o'clock. I don't know if I'm gonna go ahead and do a review. I don't know if I'm gonna do a review, or maybe I might come after it. I'm gonna see how it's gonna go ahead and work out. Logical say yes, full custody. Let me see. Yes, full custody will show just how much of a parent she will be, or she'll be running, leaving them, and they will be unhappy. That was smart of Martell. Yes, very smart, because I even said that in the beginning when something had happened. I said Martell need to go ahead and just prove her bluff. Prove her bluff, because we already know that Melanie did not want in full custody of those kids. So I would have went ahead, just like I said. You guys know already had said it on this show before. I said it maybe about last month or whatever, that Martell need to go ahead and prove Melanie bluff, call her bluff, because Melanie does not want full custody of those kids. She's just trying to save face in front of her fans and all the stuff that's going on in her life. Long as she can keep talking, but like I say, cheek and tongue will say anything until you prove their bluff. Now Martell say, okay, we're going to let the world see. I'm going to give you what you want. And they're going to see that Melanie is not going to be able to handle all this that's going on in her life. She ain't going to be able to fulfill this. She's not going to be able to fulfill it at all. So I want to see how her fans and these bloggers going to be able to spin this right here when you see Martell, because Martell going to go ahead and put it out. Because those kids, they are very smart and intelligent and very articulate. These kids going to tell their dad everything that is going on, how many hours, minutes, seconds that their mom was not attentive to them. They're going to tell that to the dad. They're going to tell it to whoever, the mediator, their therapist, or whomever. Those kids going to tell it. Mom was never in the house. The nanny sat there, feed me breakfast, supper, and dinner. The nanny bath us. The nanny got to take care of us. The nanny got to bring us to school. The nanny got to wake us up for school. Those kids going to tell all that. And that's when they're going to say, well, what did Melanie do? Melanie never been home. Melanie stayed asleep. Melanie was on the phone. Melanie always talk about her business. She never had time for us. Those kids going to tell all that. And I'm just saying, guys, because it happened before. When Martell had put the kids on social media, the kids sat there and say that mom was not home. They didn't get their clothes washed. The hair wasn't combed. Martell was saying how he was bathing the kids, feeding the kids. Martell was saying how he was doing all that. And everybody was saying, where was Mel? Mel had checked out because Mel was chasing after almighty dollars. And that's real talk, guys. Can't get no clearer than that. And that's real talk. Martell said Melody could not keep a sister, could keep a sitter because she was mean to people. That is why she had so many different people watching them. Her brother lived in Atlanta. Her mom lives far away. And that's absolutely right. So like I said there and say, the truth gonna slowly but surely comes back home. The roost gonna come home to crow. So we're gonna see all this stuff that you guys are accusing Martell of. You're gonna see who was the problem. Because I could come on all day and show my little pretty face and make you guys believe this story. But like I said, now what Martell is doing, you're going to put up or you're going to shut up. We're going to give the kids to you. Take full custody of the kids. Full custody, because that's what you want. You say you want full custody of the kids. So that means now that Martell can go wherever he want, do whatever he want to do. And I promise you, which Mel going to come on and she going to say that Martell is not in the kid's life. Martell is never around. I got to do this. I got to do that. And the reason why all this stuff had happened is because I'm a single parent and I'm doing it all by myself. That's exactly how it's going to play out. And remember, guys, you heard it from Real Talk with Girl Lady D. So, guys, thank you for joining my live. I might come on round about I might come on about 7. I don't know. If not, I come on tomorrow and we can go ahead and talk about the review. Or I might come on tonight at 7 o'clock. It all depends how I feel and what's going on that show. So thank you, Logical. Thank you, Queenie, for joining my live, always supporting my channel, guys. Like I said there, say, it is what it is. When two or three together, God is in the midst. Two can put 500 to flight. Just imagine what 10,000 could do. So, like I say, I'm patient and waiting on God. So it is what it is, guys. I'm going to close it up. You all be blessed. You all have a good day. And maybe I might talk to you guys around about 7 o'clock to give you a little recap of what I have seen, or I might come on tomorrow. So thank you, Country Girl. Country Girl say, everyone enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Yes, guys, you all be blessed.